Let me paint a picture you might recognize. You reach for the kettle, and your arm feels a little shaky. You climb the stairs, but now you hold the railing, not out of caution, but because you need it. Or maybe it's getting up from the sofa. You used to stand with ease. Now you pause. Push. Brace yourself. It's not dramatic. It's not sudden. But it's there. Quietly. Slowly. Your body isn't keeping up the way it used to. And you wonder, is this just aging? Is this just what happens now? Let me tell you something that may surprise you. It doesn't have to be. What you're noticing isn't just age. It's something far more specific and far more reversible. But before we get into the science and the steps, let me ask you a question. Where are you watching from today? Drop your city or country in the comments. I love seeing how this community of strength and wisdom reaches across the globe. And if you're someone who wants to stay strong, not just in body, but in confidence, purpose, and independence, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. You help us keep this circle alive, where we share elderly reflections, senior health advice, and timeless wisdom that uplifts real lives. Now let's talk about something that affects nearly 1 in 3 seniors over 70, but barely gets talked about. It's called sarcopenia. A long word, but its meaning is simple. Age-related muscle loss. And it's likely the reason you've been feeling weaker. Why your arms look softer. Why carrying groceries feels harder. Why your balance is just a bit off. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't make the news. But it slowly chips away at your strength, your mobility, your independence. Until one day, you find yourself avoiding the stairs. Or needing help to get out of bed. Or feeling like your world is shrinking. But here's the good news, and I want you to hear this clearly: you can fight back. You can rebuild. You can get stronger, starting right where you are. Let me tell you about Ruth. She's 78. Former schoolteacher from Minnesota. One day she looked in the mirror and said, "I feel like I'm disappearing." Her arms had thinned. Her legs felt weak. And worst of all, she didn't feel like herself. She wasn't sick. She wasn't eating less. She was just moving less. See, Ruth loved puzzles, books, quiet afternoons. Wonderful for the mind, but they weren't keeping her muscles alive. Because here's something we all need to remember. If you stop using your muscles, your body assumes you don't need them. And it lets them go. But Ruth changed one thing. She decided to move again. With purpose. Every day. Nothing extreme. No gym. No weights. Just wall push-ups. Chair squats. Calf raises. And she made one more change. She added protein to her breakfast: Greek yogurt, eggs, and nuts. 6 weeks later, Ruth said something I'll never forget. "I'm not fading anymore. I'm returning." She was lifting her groceries. Getting off the couch unassisted. Smiling wider. That's the power of understanding what's really happening to your body, and how to respond. So let's talk about why muscle shrinks after 65. There are 3 major reasons, and knowing them gives you the tools to fight back. Reason 1: hormonal decline. After 60, your levels of growth hormone, testosterone, and estrogen drop. These hormones are essential for maintaining muscle. Less hormone equals less muscle maintenance. Reason 2: decreased physical activity. Most seniors naturally move less. Not because they're lazy, but because they feel tired, unmotivated, or they've been told to take it easy. But inactivity tells your muscles they're no longer needed. Reason 3: poor protein intake. Many older adults don't eat enough protein. Or worse, they eat it but don't absorb it well. Without protein, your body can't rebuild what it loses, even if you move. Now that you know the cause, let's talk about what you can do to rebuild your strength. First habit. Micro-strength movements. Every single day. You don't need an hour. You don't need equipment. You just need consistency. Try this simple routine from your living room: chair squats, sit and stand using only your legs. Do 10 wall push-ups, stand an arm's length from the wall. Push in, then back. 10 times. Calf raises, hold onto a chair. Rise onto your toes, lower slowly. Repeat. These moves wake up your muscles. Remind them they're needed. And when done daily, they build the kind of strength that helps you stay independent. Second habit: eat protein on purpose. Your body doesn't process it like it used to, so you need more and better quality. Aim for 25-30 grams of protein at each meal. 2 eggs in Greek yogurt at breakfast. Grilled chicken or beans over lunch salad. A protein smoothie with almond milk and banana in the afternoon. Support your meals with vitamin D, magnesium, and omega-3s. They help your muscles heal and stay flexible. Third habit: reconnect to your body. This might sound unusual, but trust me, it works. Every day, close your eyes. Lift your arms slowly. Notice how it moves. Roll your ankle. Stretch your toes. Feel your breath. That small act of attention? It wakes up your nervous system. And when your brain reconnects to your muscles, your body responds. Just ask Harold. He's 82. Retired mechanic. Widower. Felt like his body didn't belong to him anymore. But he started small. Breathing. Stretching. Feeling his limbs again. And now, he walks a mile every morning. He calls it his daily rebuild. Not workout. Not chore. Rebuild. So let me ask you, have you noticed your strength slipping? Are you willing, today, to take one small step toward rebuilding? If so, leave a comment below and write, "I'm ready to rebuild." Let this be the moment you stop accepting weakness as a given. Because strength is not gone, it's just been waiting for you to invite it back. Like this video if it helped you. Subscribe to join this growing community of seniors reclaiming their bodies, their energy, their dignity, one move at a time. And don't forget, tell me where you're watching from. Because your story is part of this one. In the next part, I'll walk you through a complete at-home strength routine that's safe, effective, and easy to follow, even if you've never exercised before. But for now, remember this. You're not fragile. You're not done. And your strength is still inside you, just waiting for a reason to rise.
Welcome back, my friend. It means a lot that you're still here, because what we're going to do now is take everything we learned in part 1 and turn it into action. Real steps. Real change. Right in your own home. Now before we dive in, I want to remind you, this is not about perfection. It's not about becoming the strongest person on the block. It's about reclaiming confidence in your body, step by step. Because after 65, strength isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's knowing you can carry your own groceries. It's standing up without needing someone's hand. It's trusting your body again. And yes, you can get that back. Even if you haven't moved much lately. Even if it feels like it's too late. It's not. Your body is listening. And it's waiting for you. Let's begin. We're going to build your at-home strength routine, designed specifically for seniors over 65. No floor work. No equipment. No strain. Just 15-20 minutes, a safe space, and a little belief in yourself. Start with a warm-up. Always. This tells your joints, your muscles, your heart. We're about to wake up. March in place for 1 minute. Lift your knees slowly, gently swinging your arms. Breathe deeply. This gets your blood flowing. Arm circles. Extend your arms out to the sides and make slow circles, 10 forward, 10 backward. Neck turns. Slowly turn your head side to side. No forcing. Just easing tension. Now that your body's warm, let's move into the core routine. First, sit to stand, legs and glutes. Find a sturdy chair, preferably one without wheels. Sit down slowly. Then stand up using your legs, not your hands. Repeat this 8 to 10 times, resting as needed. If this is too hard, place a cushion on the chair to raise the seat slightly. This exercise is powerful. It strengthens your thighs, glutes, and hips, all essential for balance, walking, and fall prevention. Second, wall push UPS, chest and arms. Stand facing a wall, arms outstretched, palms flat at shoulder height. Slowly bend your elbows and lean toward the wall, keeping your body straight. Push back gently. Do 10-15 reps. This builds your upper body strength safely, without putting stress on your shoulders or wrists. Over time, this one movement can help you open jars, lift objects, and push yourself out of bed with ease. Third, calf raises, lower legs and stability. Hold onto the back of a chair or counter. Rise onto the balls of your feet, slowly. Hold for a second. Then lower back down. Repeat 10-12 times. Why is this important? Strong calves mean better balance. And better balance means fewer falls. Fourth, shoulder rolls plus elbow squeezes, posture and upper back. Stand or sit tall. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down 10 times. Then, bring your elbows to your sides, palms up. Squeeze your elbows backward as if you're pinching something, between your shoulder blades. Hold for 3 seconds. Do 10 reps. As we age, the upper back often rounds. This simple combo helps reopen your posture, making breathing easier and reducing neck and shoulder tension. Fifth, seated core activation, stomach and lower back. Sit tall in your chair, feet flat, arms crossed over your chest. Gently lean back a few inches without touching the backrest. Hold for 5 seconds, then sit tall again. Repeat 8-10 times. This strengthens your abdominal muscles, the very muscles that keep you stable when walking, turning, and even laughing. Now, once you've done these, take a slow walk around your room or down the hallway. Swing your arms gently. Focus on breathing. Feel your body. You've just completed your first muscle rebuilding session. But we're not stopping here. Let's talk about what to do between workouts. Because muscle isn't just built during exercise. It's built in how you live. First, protein after movement. Your muscles need protein to rebuild. After you exercise, even just 10-20 minutes, try to eat something with at least 15-20 grams of protein. That could be a boiled egg and a slice of toast, a scoop of Greek yogurt with nuts, a protein smoothie with banana and almond milk. You don't need a supplement unless your doctor recommends one. Whole food is always best when possible. Second, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Muscles are 75% water. If you're dehydrated, you'll feel stiff, tired, and sore. Aim for 6-8 cups of water daily. More if it's hot or you're moving a lot. Third, get sunlight, or vitamin D. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, and both are critical for muscle function and bone strength. A daily walk in the morning light, or 20 minutes of sun on your arms, can work wonders. If that's not possible, ask your doctor about a supplement. Now, let's talk about something deeper. Mindset. You may feel discouraged sometimes. You may not see the progress right away. That's okay. What matters most is not how fast you move, but that you keep moving. Every time you choose to rise instead of sit. Every time you stretch instead of shrink. Every time you breathe through the ache and say, "This is worth it." That's strength. That's rebuilding. And don't compare yourself to anyone, not even to your younger self. This version of you is wiser. This version is resilient. This version is still growing. Let me tell you about Josephine. She's 84. Lives alone in Maine. She started this routine 8 months ago after falling in her kitchen. She told me she felt embarrassed, weak, afraid to be alone. But she committed. 5 days a week. Just 15 minutes a day. Now, she walks to the post office. She gardens. She even taught her great-granddaughter how to do wall push-ups. She said, "I don't want to be a burden." And now, I'm not just taking care of myself, I'm inspiring others. That, my friend, is the power you hold. If this routine helped you today, please let me know in the comments. And tell me, what exercise felt easiest? Which one felt hardest? Or just type, "Still strong after 65." Let's flood this space with strength and encouragement. Also, if you haven't yet, please like this video and subscribe. Every bit of support helps us continue creating content that supports seniors, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And of course, where are you watching from today? It brings me so much joy to read your responses. In the final part of this series, we'll explore how to stay consistent, how to avoid common setbacks, and how to use your daily routine as a secret weapon to rebuild the strength you thought you'd lost. But for now, just take this in. You've moved. You've nourished. You've listened to your body. And that, my friend, is how strength begins, from the inside out. Let's take a quiet breath together. Inhale, exhale. You've already done more than most by being here, by caring for your body, and by choosing to rebuild instead of retreat. That decision, to show up for yourself after 65, is not small. It's powerful. And now, we're going to talk about what it really takes to stay consistent. Because rebuilding strength isn't a one-time thing. It's a relationship. Between you and your body. Between your mindset and your habits. And like all relationships, it needs care, patience, and attention. Let's begin with the hardest part for many seniors. Staying motivated when the results feel slow. You might have followed the routine for a few weeks. You might have felt a little stronger, then hit a wall. You might ask yourself, is this even working? The answer is yes. But here's what you need to remember. Progress after 65 is quieter, but more meaningful. Maybe you don't see muscle overnight. But maybe you stood up from your chair without holding the armrests. You walked across the room without stopping. You slept through the night without hip pain. That is progress. Let me introduce you to William. He's 79, from South Carolina. He started strength training after realizing he could no longer lift his suitcase on his own. He told me, "I felt embarrassed asking for help in front of my grandchildren." He committed to 5 simple movements a day. He tracked his reps on a sticky note next to his fridge. After 6 weeks, his posture changed. He felt taller, stronger, more capable. But the real moment? When his grandson asked him, "Can you help me move this box?" And he said yes, with pride. William's story isn't about fitness. It's about freedom. That's what muscle gives you after 65. The freedom to keep living on your own terms. So let's talk about how to keep that freedom. Here are 5 ways to make strength a daily habit, without burnout or boredom. First, attach movement to a routine you already have. Brush your teeth. Do calf raises. Boil water for tea. Do a few arm circles. Watch the news. Use that time for seated leg lifts or posture resets. Movement doesn't have to be a separate event. Make it part of your life, not a task on your to-do list. Second, use visual cues. Leave your resistance band on the back of your chair. Stick a note on your mirror. Did you move today? Put your walking shoes where you'll trip over them, in a good way. Out of sight means out of mind. So make your health visible. Third, celebrate tiny wins. Could you do 1 more rep than yesterday? Did you feel less sore today? Were you able to stand longer at the counter? Write it down. Say it out loud. Tell someone. Small wins stacked over time create massive change. Fourth, Don't let a bad day become a bad week. Missed a session? Felt too tired? That's okay. But don't let guilt keep you from trying again tomorrow. There's no failing here. Just restarting. Even a 5-minute stretch can restart your momentum. Fifth, make it meaningful. Don't move just to exercise. Move to live. Think of the people you want to stay strong for. The garden you still want to tend. The trips you still want to take. The stairs you still want to climb by yourself. Let your why drive your what. Now, I want to talk to you about something that might be holding you back, and it's not physical. It's the voice inside that says, "You're too old. It's too late. What's the point now?" Let me say this with love and clarity. That voice is not you. That's fear, pretending to be reason. You've lived through too much to let that voice define your future. You've raised families, worked hard, cared for others. Now it's your turn. To feel strong. To stand tall. To believe that life isn't over, it's evolving. Remember Barbara? 83, lives in New York. She couldn't lift her arms above her head without pain. She felt like her body was closing in. But she started anyway. 5 minutes a day. After 3 months, she sent me a photo, arms raised in victory. She wrote, "I thought my arms were saying goodbye. Turns out, they were just resting." That's the spirit I want you to carry from this video. You are not finished. You are rebuilding. Let's wrap up with one final practice. A reflection. I want you to take a moment, close your eyes if you can, and picture your strongest self. Not at age 30. Not at 50. But now. What do you look like when you feel strong, steady, confident? Are you walking down the street upright, unassisted? Are you dancing at a grandchild's wedding? Are you standing in front of the mirror, proud of your posture, smiling? That version of you? It's not a dream. It's a choice. And it starts with the steps you take today. So here's what I'd love you to do. Comment below. Still getting stronger. Let's flood this space with courage and commitment. Share your favorite exercise from this routine. Did you like wall push-ups? Sit to stands? Seated core work? And tell me, where are you watching from today? Your presence here inspires me, and your story may lift someone else. Finally, if this video touched you, please like and subscribe. It helps grow this channel so we can keep sharing elderly reflections, senior health, motivation, and life lessons from the elderly, for people just like you. You've got strength in you, even now. You've got purpose, even if it looks different than before. And you've got a whole community behind you. Here's to strength, at every age. Here's to the muscles that carry not just your body, but your story. And here's to you, still becoming. See you in the next video. Take care.